Is Sha Carri Richardson being overlooked? Fire Sydney McLaughlin Levrone set to dazzle at Tokyo Worlds. Globe showing Europe Africa run a #. Katie Moon roared in triumph. To her left was Noah Lyles, and to her right, Melissa Jefferson Wooden and R.Y. Benjamin. Chase Jackson was throwing a shot at the bottom. Tara Davis Wood, Hall wearing a hat, and Jasmine Moore jumped with a flag draped on their shoulder to Jackson's left and right, respectively. What's this? The World Athletics Championships USA poster. Gold. Rush sparkles. 141 athletes will represent Team United States at Tokyo 25 as they look to do better than the 29 medals from 2023. Eyes wrote World Athletics as they posted a poster of the top U.S. athletes coming to the Tokyo World Championships. But the poster has ignored the defending 100m champion, Sha Carri Richardson, while embracing Sydney McLaughlin Levrone. Sha Carri Richardson is nowhere to be found in the poster, and Sydney McLaughlin Levrone, the queen of the 400 mh, occupies the most space of the poster, being the centerpiece. Levrone's picture was a shot of her from the Paris Olympics, the American flag draped on her shoulder, wearing the tiara she got after breaking the world record and winning the gold medal. But why wasn't SCR present? Poor form. True that Tokyo is going to be a tough competition for Sydney, since she is looking for a medal in a race she is not dominant in. Defeating the 400m defending world champion Mara Lady Paulino is not easy, but things are going to be tougher for Shaki in her very own event. From a rusty season opener in May, where she placed 4th in 11.47 at the Tokyo Golden Grand Prix, Shaki never quite found her rhythm. Back home at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, she managed only 9th in 11.19. The USAF Championships looked like a turning point, though. She ran a season best 11.07 in the 100m prelims, but she pulled out of the semis and then faded in the 200m, missing the final with 22.56. The only spark that ever came was at the Brussels Diamond League, where runner-up finish in 11.08, just behind Melissa Jefferson Wooden. So, now Tokyo is going to be equally important for both Sydney and Shaka. Sydney might win a medal in Tokyo, but Sha Carri Richardson's chances feel low. Sydney's biggest competition in the 400m at the World Championships will be coming from Paulino and Solwa Eid Nusa. Yes, a gold is hard. Sydney has a race to avenge from the Dominican, but her PB in 400m is 48.74, clocked in the U.S. trials in 2023, while Paulino's PB is 48.17, winning gold in Paris last year. In fact, silver is tough too. Solwa Nusa has returned to form with standout performances, clocking 48.70 in the Diamond League final, matching the American record and faster than Sydney's PB. She clocked 48.67 in Kingston, highlighting how Nusa currently edges both in raw 400m times. But that doesn't mean Sydney is nowhere to be found. The 48.90 in the USAF Championships. So even if not a gold or not a silver, a bronze seems to be at sight. And let's not forget her words. I want to show what I can do without hurdles in front of me. McLaughlin Levrone is not going to back down from her words. But for Sha, Richardson is facing a tougher challenge. In the 100m this season, Melissa Jefferson Wooden has been undefeated in the 100m this season so far, running in 10.65 S65s at the USAF Championships, making her the clear favorite on current form. The nearest competition is Julian Alfred, who has also not lost a single race this season other than the defeat to Jefferson Wooden at the 2025 Prefontaine Classic, 10.75 versus 10.77. So, even for bronze, Sha Carri Richardson must clock a sub-11, but her 2025 season has not seen the clock there yet. So, do you think that this poor form is why SCR didn't make it to the poster? Or what if it's not related to her performance at all? The lights of Tokyo flickered with anticipation. The World Championship stage was set, and every athlete who stepped onto the track carried both dreams and burdens. Yet amid the swirling narratives of triumph, comeback, and redemption, one striking storyline emerged. Sha Carri Richardson, the fiery sprint queen, found herself overlooked as Sydney McLaughlin Levrone's presence dominated the headlines and pre-Worlds buzz. For fans of track and field, this moment was both bittersweet and telling. Sha Carri, whose flamboyant style and unapologetic personality had once made her the centerpiece of every track conversation, suddenly felt like an afterthought in the shadow of McLaughlin Levrone's commanding aura. The spotlight shifts. Sydney McLaughlin Levrone's season had already been painted in golden strokes. Her seamless strides in the 400-meter hurdles, coupled with her brave decision to test herself across new distances, made her the face of versatility and elegance. As Tokyo prepared for the Worlds, she was the one commanding media coverage, press conference microphones, and the adoring gaze of analysts, predicting greatness. Meanwhile, Sha Carri Richardson, once billed as the sports headline magnet, struggled to find her footing. Her journey had been filled with turbulence, from blazing victories to crushing defeats, from controversial interviews to celebrated comebacks. Fans who had once waited breathlessly for her pre-race walkouts now saw their timelines flooded with videos of Sydney's smooth training representatives and glowing features about her once-in-a-generation grace. The track world, it seemed, had shifted its crown. Two queens, different courts. Comparisons between Richardson and McLaughlin Levrone were inevitable. Sha Carri embodied raw energy, bold self-expression, and the fiery unpredictability of sprinting's most volatile star. Sydney, on the other hand, carried herself with quiet confidence, technical brilliance, and a serenity that made her dominance feel effortless. The media narrative painted Sha Carri as lightning and Sydney as sunlight, both powerful, both breathtaking, but undeniably different. And as the Tokyo Worlds loomed closer, it was the sunlight that drew the cameras. Shaka's silence. For Richardson, being overlooked wasn't just about media coverage. It was personal. She had worked tirelessly after a season of mixed performances, trying to silence critics who doubted her consistency. Hi. Training videos showed intensity. Hi. Interviews hinted at maturity. But the echo chamber of attention didn't follow her the way it once had. In a moment of vulnerability, insiders whispered that Sha Carri felt erased from the pre-Worlds narrative. Once the face of American sprinting, she now watched as her teammate basked in a glow that could easily have been hers. She wasn't jealous, at least not outwardly, but she was determined to remind the world why they had fallen in love with her electrifying presence in the first place. Sydney stage. Sydney McLaughlin Levrone didn't steal the spotlight intentionally. It came to her naturally. Every time she stepped on the track, her effortless fluidity left fans stunned. Her coach praised her discipline. Hi. Competitors admired her composure, and her global fan base only grew louder. Tokyo's press events felt like coronations for her. She wasn't just expected to win. She was expected to transcend. Articles called her the face of the Worlds, with some even labeling her the most complete athlete track and field had produced in decades. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.